a retreat, it's a movement.
So you have to get to a place of self-awareness. That could be through meditation.
It's a journey of doing what over time.
Pouring exercise, I just became overwhelmed with so many emotions.
Well, hello, and welcome to the conversation series, Cooking and Conversations with Twyler Jenkins. I am the CEO and founder of the I Am That Woman movement. We are going to have an exciting show, but also bear with us because we might have some technical difficulties. We're doing something a little new, coming back with episode 2 of Cooking and Conversations with Dr. Algean Garner, our resident clinical psychologist. But for those of you who know Algean, you know he loves to cook. He was on MasterChef season 10, and so we are using his culinary skills and his mental health and awareness skills today, talking about relationships with a very dear friend of ours, Baritone. Baritone is an amazing entertainer, performer, and all things loving a mother. As you all know, Mother's Day is coming up, and so we have Baritone with us in the kitchen today. We're going to have an exciting cooking and conversations episode 2, talking about relationships. So we all know that relationships are extremely important, whether they are familiar, whether they are friends, whether they are colleagues. We need healthy communities in our relationships, how we talk to each other, how we deal with each other. And even as we come up on the end of April, beginning of May, soon embarking on Mother's Day, a mother's love in our relationships with our mothers. So today we're going to be having that conversation with Baritone, who has a concert coming up. We want you to join us. Bring your mother, or bring those memories with your mother to Baritone's concert, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. So to those who may not know what the I Am That Woman movement is all about, I am here to tell you I'm Twyler Jenkins, and I love health and wellness. It is important that we have health and wellness in our communities for women and also for men, because today our show is going to be about men. Thank you for joining, Tanya. Good to see you. I'm excited to talk about health and wellness because these 6 pillars of health and wellness that we focus on are mental, emotional, spiritual, financial, physical, and nutritional well-being. I hope you can hear me because, like I said, I hope I don't have any technical difficulties, but if you can't hear me, please drop it in the chat. I'm gonna make sure I have my volume turned up as well. So our movement is all about helping women live more holistically for the mind, body, and spirit. Some of you have joined us for our annual retreat. This year marks our 6th annual I Am That Woman retreat in October 29th through November 2nd. Mark your calendars now. We're not going far away, but we're going to an amazing resort. We are going to Kohler Spa in Kohler, Wisconsin. Why aren't we going to someplace warm and sexy and gonna be on the beach? Well, the spa is a really important place that we go as men and women, but do we really know about the healing modalities in the spa? Do you know about some of these chronic conditions that you may have that the steam room, the sauna, and even the cold plunge can help you with? So that's why we are going to Kohler Spa, because we are taking a trip to Kohler, Wisconsin to emerge this weekend into learning about how the spa can be healing for our minds, our bodies, and our spirits. So I'm super excited that we will be opening up registration very soon. And a lot of you have asked me about it. So make sure that you are ready to register when it is time to register. And we will have all of those details very soon. But October 29th through November the 2nd, we are going to Kohler, Wisconsin. So go ahead and get your registration. Go ahead and mark it on your calendars. Get ready. We'll tell you the price. We'll tell you what registration is going to be all about very soon. All right, we're going to be transitioning our conversation down into the kitchen for cooking and conversations very soon. I saw Algean and I saw him pop on, but now I don't see him. So hopefully he will be back so I can add him to the stage, because right now it just looks like it's his camera, but I don't see it. It came on live there for a second. So as soon as Algean comes back, I will go into the kitchen for our second episode of Cooking and Conversations. This may not be going out to a lot, but we will have a recording. We'll have the recording on our Facebook page as well as our YouTube channel. Join us on social media. The I Am That Woman movement is on Facebook. It is on LinkedIn. And it is on YouTube. I Am That Woman movement. Go ahead and join us. As soon as I see Algean come back on, I will have us in the kitchen for our cooking and conversation. So just bear with us again. We may have some technical difficulties today, but bear with us as we work through cooking and conversations. In the meantime, I'm going to show you a video from last year's retreat where you can have an idea if you have not experienced the I Am That Woman movement in retreat. Take a look at this amazing recap video so you will know what to expect.
Every day is so wonderful, and suddenly it's hard to breathe. Now and then I get insecure from all the pain. I'm so ashamed. I am beautiful, no matter what they say.
All right, so that was a video recap of our spiritual wellness. We always start our retreat with the spiritual movement. And last year when we were in St. Thomas, we had an amazing experience out at the beach where we let go and let God. So after a guided meditation, we were able to write down those things that we wanted to let go of. And we went to the ocean side and we, on dissolvable paper, let go of those things. Do you have those things in your life that you need to let go of? You can join us Monday through Friday for prayer and meditation. It's a conference call line, but starting your day in mindfulness is critical to your health and wellness. So if you need a community and if you need to be reminded about starting your day in a healthy way, we are right here for you. So Monday through Friday, you can join us 5:30 a.m. Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, and Wednesday and Friday at 6:30 a.m. It's just a conference call line 351 999-3566. It's so important to start your day in mindfulness. It will change your life. And this month, we have been focusing on peace and how to have a peace of mind. We know that there is so much that is going on in this crazy world. And if you don't know how to have a peace of mind, it can take you down. So we want to help you stay up, keep your attitude and altitude up, because when you start with the spirit of gratitude, everything is all right. And trust you me, all of us have been going through a lot lately. 2 weeks in a row on a Saturday, the past 2 Saturdays, and at almost the same time, I've gotten tragic news that friends have passed away suddenly and unexpectedly. So things have been a little rough for me. So maybe you too have been going through a lot, but I tell you what's helped me, and that is morning prayer and meditation. It's been a game changer. So if you are that woman or man who may be going through some difficulties in life right now, go ahead and call in on our prayer line. Again, it's just a conference call number 351-999-3566 for morning mindfulness. It will change your life just to start in a community. And that's what we're talking about today on Conversations and Cooking and Conversations. It's relationships. So it's important to have really good, healthy relationships. And there's no better of a community than the I Am That Woman movement prayer and meditation group. Don't have to be a woman. Seriously, we have men on the line who come. Lester Coleman even leads us in a daily prayer and affirmation from the daily word. So we invite all of you to come and be a part of our health and wellness community. So still having a few technical difficulties, so I am going to show you another video recap from last year's retreat, which hopefully will inspire you to join us to come this year and be encouraged. All right.
This is more than a retreat, it's a movement.
So you have to get to a place of self-awareness that could be through meditation.
It's a journey of doing what over time?
Pouring exercise, I just became overwhelmed with so many emotions.
I wanted to bring the ladies to a place where they could feel the spirit of our ancestors. And truly, this is a place that resonates the strength, the courage, the passion that our ancestors had to have, but yet we survived, and yet we are still fighting, and yet we are still thriving in our culture. We are thriving in our womanhood. We are thriving in our sisterhood. And we've come to this place to pay our respects. We've come to this place to feel our courage to come up for our next, because they had to fight for their next. They had to fight for their freedom. And even now, in 2024, we are still fighting for our freedom. We are fighting for our freedom politically. We are fighting for our freedom in the boardrooms. We are fighting for our freedom in the courtrooms. We are fighting for our freedom as women. We are fighting for our rights every single day. Being on this ground gives me the strength and the courage to keep fighting. That is the mission of the I Am That Woman movement.
It took me a minute, but I finally got there and I was able to show our video from last year. All right, Algean, you are there. You are in the kitchen. And
all right. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you, sir.
All right. That is our esteemed guest, Baritone. And I do apologize. I was having some technical difficulties, but you know what? It's kind of like it's been that way because yesterday someone tried to steal my father's truck, which had been parked on the garage apron for 2 years, not running. And they were just going to tow it away. So it is life. We are here. We got our sound. We're rolling. Without further ado, this is the coolest brother on the planet, Baritone. He's like the guy that you grew up with that lived down the block. That was the cool cat that everybody wanted to hang out with, you know? So this is him. He is a great friend. He is a culinary genius as well. And he's got roots that go to New Orleans, which is one of my favorite places. So on today's Cooking and Conversations, we're going to do a little bit of a Creole style cooking. We're going to make some shrimp and crawfish Creole. As you might be able to hear a little sizzling in the background.
Smells good.
And hopefully we'll get this thing on the table before the session ends. But we're going to go ahead and get started. And I'm going to be moving back and forth. So Twyler, if you will make your way down here, we'll just keep the party rolling.
Absolutely. Well, I will either make my way down there or I'll let you do a little bit of cooking while I interview Baritone. So we can do it either way.
Okay. Well, you go ahead. And so with shrimp and crawfish Creole, we're going to start with what is known as the Holy Trinity, as I spill it all over the table, which is our celery, onion, and bell pepper. We're going to add that to a pot with some fresh crushed tomatoes. We're going to add in a little bit of a roux, which is necessary for almost every Cajun dish. And then we'll add in our shrimp and our crawfish. I've already cooked the rice. That's the one thing we did get right today. So the rice is ready. So I'm going to rock and roll. If you will go ahead and interview my good friend here, and we'll take it from there.
Well, it looks like I might have to come down to the kitchen and help. You know, behind a good man and a good chef is always, you know, a sous chef. So I might have to come down there and be a sous chef. Well, hey, Baritone, how are you?
Say that again, Twyler.
I said, how are you?
I am amazing. I'm excited, you know, because we have the concert going on. I'm excited because I know how well this man can cook. The viewing audience needs smell-o-vision so they can see how good it smells here in this kitchen. So,
I know that is so true. I'm upstairs in the office, but yes, I can smell that. I even hear it sizzling in the background there. So Baritone, before we get started and too far into our conversation about relationships and your upcoming concert, tell us a little bit about who you are. Who is Baritone?
Well, I am the best at what? No.
You are the best at what you do.
You absolutely are.
It is just the truth. It is just the truth. But I have been a brand ambassador for several global companies. I've been singing for really years, and what really has sparked my interest in just in music has really been my experiences in life. You know, my experiences with things that are going on, good and bad, losing my mom. You know, I never got to see my mom get old, you know, and actually she never even got to see me perform. She just used to always say that she could see me famous, dressed all in white on stage, you know. So usually at a concert, you may see me wearing all white, and that's really what that is. And another thing is that it's important for me to give back. I've had so many people pour into me, and it actually feeds my soul to pour into others.
Awesome. Yes, it does. And you do a really good job of pouring out during your concert. I have had the pleasure of being live in the audience for 2 concerts now, and it is a treat. And so we're going to get to that. But today we're talking about relationships and the importance of relationships. You mentioned your mother a little bit. Give us a little bit more insight on the relationship that you had with your mother and how that relationship inspired your career.
Well, my mom is originally she's from Tuskegee, Alabama, and my mom's mother was a big mama. She wore a big brown and white muumuu like dress and had a wig on that was propped to the side, and she dipped snuff. And she would cook for us almost every summer. We went down to visit her. They had an amazing garden with fruit trees, peaches, and pecan trees. She had yellow watermelon and red watermelons. And so just having that experience to spend time, not only with my mom, but my mom's mom, and get that rich history of the South and how it has kind of affected us. Even now, it's almost like it's still the same. But having that rich culture from the different foods that we would eat, the discipline, sitting on her porch shucking peas, you know.
Yes, oh, I have some of those memories. Yes.
But that actually connects us all, because I think most of us have had similar experiences, and so we can connect through each other, through the music that we listen to, the foods that we eat, even the way we walk, the way we talk. It's almost like we have a subliminal language that we can speak, and we that comforts each one of us when we get together in fellowship.
Yeah, that is so true. I think our relationships with our parents, our big mamas, our grandparents. I know Algean has his own story of cooking with his grandmother, and he pops right back into the scene right at the right time. Yes, go ahead, Algean.
Well, I just wanted to springboard off something that Baritone and I have talked about, is relationships.
Yeah.
Relationships for all of us are ultra important. They can either add to your life or take away. And some of our more deeper conversations have been, how do we pour into each other to make each other better? And I think that's one thing that a mama does, whether it's a big mama, mama's mama, or that borrowed mama from down the street. They pour into you to make you better. All right, I'm going back to cook.
That is so true. Relationships are extremely important. We talked about family relationships and the relationships with our mother. As your career has grown, how has relationships outside of your family been important for you in the growth of your career?
Well, for me, it's been a little bit different, because I'm a little bit of a recluse, which is really crazy for the career that I chose. But I have actually been more inspired by some of the negative relationships that I've had. I am immensely inspired by the positive, though. But what the negative relationships have taught me was, I think, what propelled me further. So, and for example, I don't attempt to do anything with the idea that someone is going to help me. And it would be great if people helped you along, because I know amazing people. I know powerful people. But the lesson for me was, if they did not help me, I should not fall. I should not fail. Their help really shouldn't matter as much as I think sometimes people expect help from others to help them. So what for me, and I've had a couple of people say, "Oh, you say you don't need me." No, I really don't, because I may work too hard at it. I may spend too much money, but I am going to succeed no matter what. I see the value now more in the help from other people, because they are adding to the work that I'm going to put in that's going to be successful. That's actually how I see it. Like, I don't see it as oh, if they don't help me, I'm not going to get there. I'm going to get there regardless. And it may be a little bit more fun with you along. You may even open some other doors. But if those doors are not open to me, I'm going to open some other doors. I'm going to reach that destination regardless. And that is actually how I have navigated through life.
Awesome. Go ahead, Dr.
And that reminds me of my other good friend. I've got two dear friends I've made over the last few years, Baritone being one, and Pitmaster Rodney Scott. Shout out, brother. One of the things that was very powerful about his life story is that when he graduated from high school, and I share this all the time, young lady said to him, I don't know why you smiling. All you're going to do is be down the road cooking hogs like your dad and your daddy before him. That brother is a James Beard Award-winning pitmaster. Has 5, maybe 7 now restaurants. And so that reminds me that, you know, there are moments where people can say things and it can tear you down to your very core, or it can be wind in your sails and push you forward. I'm going back at it.
But I think Algean's example, and from what you were saying, is relationships can really help to build all of us up, even if it has a negative connotation or a positive connotation. It's really in how we perceive and how we conceive that relationship to help us be who it is that we want to be. I oftentimes, and we all do, hear various people talk about the relationships that they had with their parents or grandparents that perhaps wasn't the healthiest relationship, but they used whatever the relationship was to help to build their career, their self-esteem, their confidence, who they are today. They took, as the old saying goes, sometimes you take the lemons and you make the lemonade. And so to your point, we all want to be the best version of ourselves that we can be to help somebody else. But in becoming that best version, we've had some relationships that weren't, the healthiest relationships, but how we use those relationships to help us to become, again, the best part of who we want to be and who we are is the most important thing. What advice would you give, Baritone, when it comes to relationships and even in career building? What advice would you give to someone who may be struggling with someone who they thought would be in their corner to help them in their career, who maybe isn't doing what they thought that they should or could do? What advice would you give that person about that relationship?
First, you have to understand that this world is much larger than the little box that you live in your house, or the company where you work, or the people that you come across. There were people who I saw and I said, I see a way through those particular people. And and then I would get to know those people, and it wasn't the way that I wanted to go. And they weren't able to assist me or help me the way that I imagined. So the advice that I would really, really give is understand that there is a big world. If you drive 15 minutes outside of Chicago, the people that you think, or wherever you live, the people that you think are big and well known in your little circle, nobody knows them. Nobody knows them. But you have the opportunity to go out into this world and make yourself known. Whatever it is that you want to do, most people will not understand whatever your dream is, because that's really something that God gave you. And so oftentimes I would have people say, well, I don't think you shouldn't do that, or do something different. No, whatever it is that has come to you to that is the direction that you want to go in, that's what you do. And you will suffer failures, But those sufferings that you will experience that's going to tell you the next time I go out, or when I do the next thing, it actually is going to elevate you. It actually makes you better, because you know what, no, I won't do that. Or maybe I'll present myself different. In my case, well, I imagine myself to be a different type of singer than I am. And I had being rejected caused me to say, well, this works for me. I got this deep voice. I sound like a 1970s action hero. But you know what? That worked for me. When I put my voice on that microphone, it's something different. I don't sound like anybody else. Well, maybe a Teddy Pendergrass, But yeah, he ain't here no more.
Y'all need to hear him sing Lady. That's all I'm gonna say.
So yeah, that's my advice. As much as we would love for others to propel us forward, it really, whatever it is that you're gonna do, it's gonna come from you. And don't even get mad if people don't support you. You cannot, because this is your dream. These are your dreams. If tomorrow you walk outside and scrape your knee, I can empathize with you, but only you're going to feel that pain. And if you win the lottery, I can be happy for you. And unless you're very nice and want to share it with me, that's cool. But that's your money. That's life. That is exactly what life is. It's just yours. You can share it with whoever you want to, but it is only yours.
And as we talked about too, I'm reminded that people come into your life, and it's been said before, for a reason.
For a reason or a season.
Or a season.
Yes.
And some people stay a lifetime. And I think back to that moment when you and I met. Yeah. Twyler, I don't think I told you this, but I was mad at you. Because you were looking for a photographer. And Twyler said, well, Algean takes photos. And I'm like, not like that? Not with him, no. And it was a moment where I can't do this. And I didn't tell anybody this, so I'll confess it now. I tried to farm the job out. And God kept saying, no, you do this. You take it. And out of that connection grew the relationship that you and I have now, which has become a friendship.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And it has depth and it has breadth. And so we have to know that, we may want someone to say, but they're not destined.
Right.
And somebody may want to stay with us, and we need them to leave. It's okay.
Yeah.
And that is really, I think, essential as you're moving forward in your life, in your career, and in your desires. All right, going back to my lane now.
Plus, you can cook.
And there are those who may not support us, and I dropped it in the chat, something that you said, don't get mad if others don't support your dreams. Live your dreams. What's most important is that you live your dreams. And it does have to come from within. And it can motivate you. But the most important thing is that you remember that God-given talent that God gave you, it is for you. And there will be others in relationships. Again, it may be in the family, outside the family, colleagues, who may support you, who may not support you, but live your dreams. Baritone, tell us a little bit about those friends who have helped you and support you, and those friends who have been there for you. How vital have those relationships been to your success?
Those relationships are very important because oftentimes you will not recognize your greatness. You will not recognize your elevation, how you have done better, right? And so we look to the people around us to say, hey, you're doing well. You're doing really good. Oh my God. But then you have those people who are, they are frowned up the better that the better you're doing. And they won't tell you. So this is what's very important about that. You will start to make lateral moves. Now, everyone else is noticing that you have become better than what they originally saw you as, but you don't know it within yourself. And so it really is important to not only the folks that are around you, but start networking and talking to other people, because other people, I guarantee you, value you much more than you value yourself. And I have always had a high evaluation of myself,
Yeah.
but I didn't know that other people valued me on a much higher level. And so I realized that some of the people around me were keeping me lateral, where I was kind of safe to be around, you know. And I never forget, one day I had someone tell me, well, maybe you should not do that. This is just my 2 cents, right?
Mhm.
And it was almost like God and Jesus tapped me on the shoulder and said, if I'm giving you this, why are you listening to the 2 cents from somebody who can't even do what you do?
Wow.
2 cents. Why would you take 2 cents of advice from anybody
Right.
when your value is millions?
I can almost drop the mic. I wish I could pick up my mic and drop my mic right there, because that's a very that's a very profound statement. And we have to be careful in our relationships about those 2 cents of advice. But also, we have to cherish those relationships from others who see more than what we see. Because I think you're right. Sometimes we can't see the forest for the trees. Sometimes we have to remind, or have others to remind us how far we've come. Because, no one's probably our hardest critic but us. No one sees all the flaws that we see. And so we do need those friends or those family members or those colleagues that, that allows us to say, you've done more than most. And you've come a long way from where you used to be, and remind us that even though we may not be where we want to be, that we have still made a lot of progress, and we are most of the time right where we're supposed to be. And to your point, as long as you are listening to that divine assignment, that's the most important thing. I had the absolute pleasure today of meeting about probably 10 other women at an event that a girlfriend that literally I was just introduced to because of the I Am That Woman movement. A mutual friend introduced that person to me. We had a Zoom meeting and she said, "Oh, you need to know this person." I met her and she got a small group of women together. And I thought her idea was absolutely brilliant. And it was for us to share and ask. We just came and had lunch together and brunch together. And it was about, how can I, or do I have something that I can help someone else? What is your philosophy on helping someone else? Are you always that person that's open to, you may ear hustle in a conversation and you're like, oh, I know how to help that person get to there or do that. What's your philosophy on helping others?
I'm gonna jump in front of you. His philosophy is, my role in your life is to make you better. Your role in my life is to make me better. So how can we make each other better moving forward?
Absolutely.
Okay, going back to work now.
Do you ditto that?
Absolutely. And look at it like this. Two things. Algean, you got a message here. First thing is, pay attention to the intentions of the people who are around you, right? And the second is, no one should leave my presence without feeling better. You should feel happy after we've had a conversation. Either you've learned something, you should not walk away and feel drained, as I think Algean called those people energy vampires.
Yeah.
You should be energized. Either you should learn, if there's something that I have that can propel you forward, then by all means, it don't cost me nothing. It costs me nothing to say, hey, try this, and if you succeed, I feel in some way enriched by that because I had a part in your success. I think that's a major thing.
I think that's awesome. And I think that's a philosophy that we all need to have. And I just want to give a shout out to Adiola. I'm going to try and say her last name, Adadula, and say thank you for being that woman that just convened a small group of women for brunch, for us to come with an ask and just to say, hey, sister, how can I help you? And I absolutely love that. And I think we need to do that more often. It's like, how can I, be of help? How can I, who's in my network that I know that can help you? Or is there something that I know that can help you? That's another reason why you are here, Baritone, because we want to help you sell this concert out. We want to help pack the room at the Epiphany Center on Mother's Day. Tell us a little bit about this upcoming concert.
Well, like I said earlier, the Mother's Day this is the official Mother's Day concert, the official annual Mother's Day concert, and it started, like I said, because my mom actually never got to come to a show, and I grieved, and it was my grief when my mom passed was really devastating to me, and I felt like I couldn't get over it. And I speak to a lot of people now who have lost parents, and it's just, your mother is the root to this earth. And I know when my mom passed, I felt like I had no one else in this world. And so I grieve every Mother's Day instead of thinking about all the wonderful things that she brought into my life, how she made us amazing Christmases, amazing food. We sat around the house singing and she was just an amazing person. So why am I grieving her and not celebrating her? So every year, since that happened, we have the Mother's Day concert, and we actually donate some tickets to women who have had babies but they are not. No one sees them as mothers because they lost their baby during a miscarriage or something, or you may have lost your children in a older age. And I really don't even discuss that actually with anyone because I know how private that was. I've had women come to me and tell me that how they feel on Mother's Day because no one celebrates them as being a mother and they've had miscarriages. Me as a man, I didn't know that women actually had so many miscarriages. I didn't know that sometimes they named the baby. So that was really kind of devastating for me to hear, and I've actually heard it from family members and never knew it. Especially when I was told the names of nieces and nephews that I never knew existed. So, but the intention of the show is to celebrate all of the mothers, celebrate every mother. I think the job of a mother is incredibly just unexplainable. I don't think any guy can understand what that is. I mean, we have our own thing with being fathers, but being a mom is something totally different.
It's a whole different ball.
It's a whole other ball game, and I ain't trying to be. I can perform for that team, but I don't even think I could handle that weight. So, but what I can do is put together an amazing show where you can celebrate your mother, or you can celebrate if she's here or not. Even during our Christmas show last year, I don't know if you remember this, Twyler, but there was a whole family of women that brought their mother. She was, I think, 98 or 99 years old.
She was 100.
She was 100? Oh my.
She was 100.
That woman, I'm telling you, it took everything in me to, I try to keep it on a happy note on the show. But when I see women like her, I the first thing is I think when I see the gray in the hair, it's like, man, I never got to see my mom with gray hair, you know. But me and my mom used to get up and sing all the time. And so it just, I was so touched and she danced. That woman got up and had an amazing time. And I saw the look in her family's eyes, and I was like, wow, I gave them a moment that they will never ever forget.
Yeah.
They will
There was
never
like 3 generations, I think, in that family, 3 or 4 generations who was there. And the mother got married at that church.
She got married at the Epiphany. Yep. So it was that, to me, being able to just see every step of that success. That is success, because not only were we, you know, we had a great show and we laughed, everyone sang and everything, but to see those people leave that show with, like, her family each one of them gave me a look. You know how, like I said earlier, we have that way of communicating without saying a word. I'm gonna see if I can get in contact with that woman, because that was such a special moment for me, and it just made it all worth it. It made everything that I may go through worth it. That
was an amazing concert, an amazing experience, and I agree with you 100% that your concert, your performance in and of itself. So tell us, okay, before we got to wrap up here really soon, but before we go, when is it? Where is it? How do we get tickets?
Again, this is the official annual Mother's Day concert. It's May 11th on Mother's Day at 7 p.m. So after you've gone and visited your mom, had church or whatever, then you can take her to the concert. It is at the Epiphany Center for the Art, which is at 220
201
South Ashland, right? And it's a beautiful, beautiful place, and just an opportunity to create memories of a lifetime with your mom. I know we all usually will go to our mom's house and visit and eat or something, but I got the opportunity to experience an amazing evening with a mother at my concert, and I hope you have that same opportunity.
And how do they get tickets, Baritone?
Tickets are available at the Epiphany Center box office, or you can, the link is in the, will be in your the chat, where they can just click on the link.
In the chat right now.
Yeah, we actually have a Mother's Day special where if you purchase 2 tickets for then it's a cheaper price. I never know what the prices are, but it's cheaper if you buy 2 tickets at a time. But you know, Chicago, y'all like VIP and stuff, but I really want you to have the opportunity to experience that the joy of the Mother's Day concert. And we're gonna actually we're going to shine a light on amazing women artists, and I'll be singing their songs with this deep, deep voice.
So I know our time is run short. Guess what? The dish is ready, y'all, and we have been to your show. Yeah. So welcome to our take.
Oh man.
All right. And so if I'm gonna try to get a picture without spilling it all over the place, y'all. There it is. Shrimp and crawfish Creole.
Oh my
Careful,
God.
the bowl is hot. I will grab you a spoon.
While Algean is grabbing the spoon, I am going to show this amazing promo. Right here we have Baritone's, the official Mother's Day concert. Baritone live at the Epiphany Center Sunday, May the 11th at 7 p.m., 201 South Ashland Avenue. I dropped the link to get your tickets in the chat. I Am That Woman will be there. We will be promoting this from now until then. And so we want all of you to come out. Some of you who may be watching also, they know my mother. And my mother is being honored by Winona Redmond's group, And so, Winona, I want to say thank you so much for honoring my mother. I appreciate you. That's the day before. So anybody who wants to join us to honor my mother, please connect with us and let me know. Baritone, how is it? Didn't mean to ask you that question with your mouth full.
This man can cook. You a lucky woman. You ain't gonna ever have to worry about food. Really
I
big
do.
shrimp.
I have
Look
heard
at that big shrimp. Oh my God.
Amazing. Well, it smells good.
Oh my God.
We got to wrap the show, but we hope that you all will be joining us again. I'm going to share it one more time on the screen. Come and be at the concert with us, the official Mother's Day concert, Baritone live at the Epiphany Center, Sunday, May the 11th at 7 p.m. It's 201 South Ashland Avenue. You can get your tickets at the Epiphany Center box office. And I hope that you join us because Baritone has an amazing show and you definitely want to be there. Baritone, what would you like to share in closing?
Well, in closing, hey, the people from I Am That Woman movement, if they put in that code, they get a discount too. So I am excited to see all of you there at the concert, May 11th, 7 p.m. to 9. And it's going to be an amazing, amazing show. And I can't wait to see you there.
I can't wait to see everyone there too. I'm going to put the code in when we do our newsletter. Tonight's newsletter, the code will be in there. I'll get it out on all of our social media networks as well. We want to sell this show out. We are representing. We are going to be there. And the day before, we're going to be with Winona Redmond, and we'll be getting that information out. We have a jam-packed weekend for Mother's Day. So whether you want to bring your mother or celebrate your mother, come on out, be with us. Relationships are extremely important. I appreciate the relationship that we have with Baritone. I appreciate you coming for cooking and conversations today, my friend.
Thank you all for joining us. We'll see you in another short 3 weeks, I guess. We'll be back again with another episode. And I would just say keep loving, keep laughing, keep cooking.
That's right.
Keep eating.
So Sunday, May the 25th will be our, it looks like that's going to be our next, let me make sure I have that right. Yes, Sunday, May 25th is going to be our third episode of Cooking and Conversations with Dr. Algean Garner. And we appreciate you being here today, sir. Any closing remarks, Dr. Garner?
Stay healthy, stay happy, and see you soon. Come out on the 11th. Please join us. We look forward to having you there.
May the 11th. Join us. All right. Thank you so much, Baritone. Thank you, Dr. Garner. I appreciate you joining us today, cooking for us. I'm sure you'll have that recipe. You'll send that to me so I can share it on our social medias. I am Twyler Jenkins, founder and CEO of the I Am That Woman movement. We are all about helping you live more holistically, mind, body, and spirit. You want to keep your mind and your spirit right? Join us for prayer and meditation every Monday through Friday, 5:30 a.m. and 6:30 a.m. throughout the week. It's a conference call number 351-999-3566. Come and get a peace of mind. Dr. Portia Lockett joins us every Monday morning with prayer. We have other prayer warriors on the line, but most importantly, just come and still your mind. There's so much that can be wrecking our minds, so we need to have some resources, and we are here to help you have that community of resources. Thank you for joining us today. I appreciate you. Don't forget to mark your calendars for the 6th annual I Am That Woman retreat, October 29th through November the 2nd at the Kohler Spa in Kohler, Wisconsin. Until next time, have a wonderful day and weekend. Bye-bye.